We are tracking new developments in the controversy surrounding Dolphinaris, Arizona. Tonight we can confirm Dolphin Quest is ending their contract with Dolphinaris. This comes after a dolphin named Kai died at the facility earlier this week. He is the fourth dolphin to die at the facility since it opened 2 years ago. Kai had been on loan from Dolphin Quest, and now the company says they're removing 2 other dolphins they had given to Dolphinaris. The news comes amid public outrage against the facility, where today animal rights activists staged a protest calling for the attraction to be closed for good. Team 12's Adam Bagney was there.
Set them free! Set them free!
More than 100 protesters gathered in Scottsdale Saturday, outraged at news that a 4th dolphin has died at the popular attraction Dolphinaris.
Nobody can expect to have wild animals in a captive situation and expect them to behave normally. It's not education, and it's cruelty.
The animal's death marks the 4th at the facility in just 16 months. It started with 7-year-old Bodhi, then 10-year-old Aaliyah. Now in just over a month, both 11-year-old Chloe and 22-year-old Kai have also died. Healthy dolphins can often live into their 50s. Animal rights groups say it's a sign the dolphins just don't belong here.
In light of 4 dolphins dying, we would like them to be transparent enough to where we understand what's going on.
The company admits the deaths are abnormal, saying in a statement that they're bringing in outside experts to investigate. Results from a necropsy are pending, but federal authorities are reviewing the situation. Meantime, a national animal welfare group believes valley fever may be the cause of at least one of the deaths.
It's a failed experiment. There is no justification.
And as for the protesters, they claim enough is enough, saying that the facility should not only shut down, but should have never opened in the first place.
Close down operations, stop doing anything right now, and just let a third party come in and find out what is happening at that facility.
In Scottsdale, Adam Bagney, 12 News.